Hello and welcome to Squid Nation. I'm your host, the Squid God, and I'm joined here with the lovely Ebony Bouch. How do you do?
Hi.
Bit gentle already, but alright, we'll go on to... So, for those who don't know, and to add a bit of context, this is the Disney Retrospective in which we marathoned way too many films, and I'm putting that out there because please do not do this, ever. And we're going to be basically talking about all these marathons. So, we started this back in 2020, which, you know, that was great for marathoning, wasn't it, really?
Yeah.
Especially living apart at that point. That was brilliant. Right. And we're basically going to be going through this, starting with the main Disney films. The main Disney films are basically all the numbered ones, and we're going to be covering them all, other than Raya and the Last Dragon, because I refuse to pay £20 to watch a film when I'm already paying £60 for a subscription service. Right, do you have any expectations going into these videos, Ebony, talking about these?
Just a lot of ranting.
Just a lot of ranting? What, even on the films you like?
And like good things as well.
Right.
Obviously.
Well, we're going to be starting at the beginning, obviously.
Obviously.
Not with the shorts, because, you know, there's way too many of them. I've seen most of them, but I can't be bothered to talk about playing crazy in this video. But we're going to be talking about the golden era, for starters, which, of course, is SnowWhite, Pinocchio, Fantasia, Dumbo, and finally Bambi in this era. So, did you have any expectations going into this era? Any expectations before starting?
I was expecting to like SnowWhite.
Well, any other films did you have any expectations of?
I thought I'd like Pinocchio, but I liked it more than I realised when I watched it.
Mm.
Yeah, it's a long time ago since we did this now, in my head.
It was only a year ago.
I know.
But say, do you think the era holds up as a whole?
Yeah, it's not bad.
I think, like, with early Disney animation, like, it is
Pretty
perfect.
impressive, yeah.
No, it's not just impressive. I think it still holds up to this day, because you go back to, like, I don't know, Thumbelina, for example, right, which still looks cheap, and yet you go back to Snow White, and for some reason, it just looks perfect. Yep. But say, did you have a favourite amongst them?
Yeah, SnowWhite.
Snow White was your favourite?
SnowWhite.
Yeah, because you're like, once upon a time, you simp.
No, I liked it more than anything, anyway.
I like Fantasia personally, but that was your least favourite one, wasn't it? Which was my next question.
Yeah.
So, did you have any underrated ones?
What's
Yeah, there's the list.
any what?
Any of the underrated ones? Any you'd recommend?
I think Dumbo.
Dumbo was underrated, would you say? Yeah, you refused to watch the best part, which is Pink Elephants.
Yeah.
Then again, I think apparently I'm alone in that opinion, but...
Yeah.
Yep. But yeah, why would you say Snow White was your favourite?
Just because of the context of like being the first movie, and I love Disney princess movies as well.
Oh yeah, we'll get through that in this retrospective, believe me.
Yeah.
But say, what about the dwarfs? What do you think of the dwarfs individually?
The dwarfs are ace. I can't complain about the dwarfs at all.
Do you have a favourite?
Grumpy.
Yeah.
Grumpy's ace.
You mean the only one who has a second layer of personality? Say, going back to Pinocchio, what did you think of going back to Pinocchio?
Like I said, it's better than I expected it.
Yeah.
Like I remembered it from when I watched it when I was younger.
It was one of those, like, rewatching it for me, right, it was one of those, I understand completely why I was traumatised by it.
Yeah.
Because that donkey scene is horrifying to this day, and is...
It was your most...
Yeah, it was my childhood fears, and my God, I do not blame it for that. God damn. But I will say with Pinocchio, I think it's got one of my favourite bits of classic Disney animation, and, you know, that's when he's underwater before he gets the monster. Like, I don't know, I always do. But no, that piece of animation is absolutely gorgeous. And any film where, you know, Jiminy Cricket says the words jackass is...
I was going to say that.
Yeah. No, you won't. You don't swear.
Well, yeah, I was going to say about him saying that.
Yeah.
Something like that. You know.
Okay, Fantasia, what was your opinion going back to that?
It was...
You can insult it, I don't mind.
It was pretty.
Very pretty.
Very pretty, and the music was nice. It just seemed to go on too long for me.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. Did you have a favourite segment from Fantasia? And a least favourite one?
Oh, Ball Mountain.
Ball Mountain was my favourite.
Yeah.
Absolutely love that
It's the
song.
most memorable one as well.
Yeah. you can't really talk about like Fantasia without talking about the Sorcerer's Apprentice, though, can you really?
No, that was good. But it just seemed to go on way too long.
No, I think the one that went on too long for me, the only one I would say went on far too long than it should have, was the hippo dance thing with the crocodiles.
I thought
The dinosaur one.
No, the Pegasus one. Was it Pegasus?
Oh yeah, that one as well. But that was in 2 parts, wasn't it?
Was it Pegasus?
Yeah, Pegasus.
Yeah.
No, yes, yeah. What was Pegasus?
No, it was all those people.
Yeah, the Pegasus, and there was
The
those
gods.
like, I can't remember what you call them. You know, half human, half.
Yeah.
It'll come to me eventually, but yeah, that one went on quite a long. But I think that was in 2 halves. I think.
Yeah, maybe.
It's been a while since we've done this. And finally, Bambi.
Bambi was nice.
I think
Story.
I think you've got to be a monster to hate Bambi, really. Like, I get it's like very bubbly overall. I can like say that as a complaint, but like for the animation standards, especially at the time, like it's flawless. Like with how the characters like interact with everything.
And it's known for being upsetting.
So would you rank? So with this, where would you rank the Golden Age as a whole, like in terms of all the eras of Disney?
Oh no, I don't know.
Or is that a question to come back to that?
Yeah, we'll need to come back to that one.
Because I think like ranking early Disney compared to later Disney, it becomes a whole different ballgame. Because I remember I tried to rank every single one of these movies, and my god, I had a massive headache. I ended up having to get one. No, I remember I had to get one of those tier lists out, and do it that way because I had such a headache trying to figure out how I felt about everything. But yeah, I think as well with early Disney, there's not too much to talk about when you're talking about just the movies, other than they're all pretty solid.
Yeah, you can't really hate any of them.
There's not really a bad one in this era, is there?
No.
Yeah, like because this one was very short, I'm gonna combine a little mini era in this as well, which is known as the wartime era, as I've nicknamed it. But it's basically the short movies, which started with I can never say that word, so you say
What
it.
is
The
it?
Saludos Amigos, is it?
Saludos amigos.
Yeah, that. Say the Three Caballeros. So, Make Mine Music. Melody Time. The Adventures of Ichibod and Mr. Toad. And finally, Fun and Fancy Free. Those were the wartime era films. What was your opinion on this era?
I wasn't a huge fan of this era.
Yeah, I think. Well, granted, the circumstances like do kind of make up for it, but
Yeah.
I don't think they've aged the best necessarily.
You get what they was trying to do at the time.
Yeah, more save money.
Yeah. But yeah, you can like appreciate it, but
But say, shall we go through all these?
yeah, kind of.
Say, Sodoros, I can't say.
Saludos amigos.
Yeah, that word. You can tell I don't speak Spanish. Say, what did you think of that one? If you remember that off the top of the
I
road.
remember very well.
It was the shortest one. It was the one where like it was the short with Goofy going off to South America.
Yeah, he was travelling around, wasn't he?
Yeah.
I remember it having good moments. Like, okay moments.
Yeah, I think off the top of my head, there was the intro bit, which you know, was basically saying, this is South America, look how cool it is here. And then there was the Goofy short, and I think there was a Donald short with it as well.
Yeah, it was fun to see the little Goofy.
Yeah, because I think, was it Jose who got his first appearance in this?
Yeah, I think so. Yes, it would have been.
Yeah. But say, anyway, so, it was alright, it was short, but there wasn't much to it. But I think at the time as well, when, you know, the internet wasn't around, that would have been a nice little introduction to, like, the Mexican culture and
Nice
South
to
America.
show off the.
Yeah. So next after that was the Three Caballeros, which I think other than another one on this list, I think, well, 2 kind of. I think like the Three Caballeros, even though it's still not big, is like the most referenced thing in modern Disney out from this era anyway.
Yeah.
Mainly because the Three Caballeros themselves, like having a ride in Walt Disney World, having their own TV show on Disney Plus. Well, it was a Disney Channel one, I think, and having references in like stuff like DuckTales and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think of Caballeros?
I liked it. There was like some segments that were a bit.
Why?
Yeah. But I liked a couple of them.
I did like the opening one, the one with the penguin.
Yeah.
That was quite cool, and I like the Three Caballeros section itself.
The song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone loves that song.
And wait, what the dancing one as well? the woman.
Yeah, because they it was Donald. I think it was Donald and Jose jump into the picture and start dancing
It's like
with
a
her.
parade. Kind
Yeah.
Of. Yeah, that one was good.
And it was all done like a pop-up book, I think, if I'm
Yeah,
remembering off the top of my head. I remember enjoying that. So after that, it was my favourite one from this era, Make Mine Music.
Yeah.
Which was all the shorts. Mainly because like Jazz one, it's the nightclub one.
Yeah.
That is
Was
amazing.
that the first one?
Yeah, it was literally the first one. Oh my god, I love that tune. No, but I think I can't remember them all like very well, but I remember them after like from what I do being pretty good.
Yeah.
So it was only light. I ain't got much to say on it, but like for a collection bit, like they were good for what they were.
Wasn't there an ice skating one in that one?
Yeah, there was.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that music as well, I believe, still plays in Hollywood Studios in Disney World to this day. Because I think we heard it when we were walking around there when we went.
We did.
Oh, that was good. I love that music. Yep. But yeah, other than it was a pretty solid collection. Yeah, so really good. Unfortunately, I did not feel that way about Melody Time.
Oh no.
Melody Time had a lot of shorts that dragged on for way too long.
Yeah.
And I think I'll just leave it at that. Because I think that's like how I felt about that entire film.
I can't really remember it that well.
Yeah, I think that's one of the big problems as well, because you can't go, oh, that's short. There's not even one way you can go, yes. So, and then, these two were combined in the Blu-ray, so I'm going to talk about them together. The Adventures of, Itchy Bod and Mr. Toad and Fun and Fancy Free. The Mr. Toad short I thought was alright.
Yeah, I liked that one with the Headless Horseman.
Yeah, that was the better one, if you ask me.
Definitely.
And it helps I'm a big Batman fan, and he became the basis for Scarecrow. Bit of a nerd thing, I know, but leave me alone. Right. But even then, the Headless Horseman is like a pretty terrifying scene.
Yeah.
Did you ever watch it as a kid?
I didn't watch it as a kid, I don't think, but...
Like I say, it's pretty intense.
Yeah, definitely.
But
And
yeah.
it's still seen in Halloween in some places.
Yeah, some of the parades it's still seen, yeah. And finally, this was my least favourite, by the way, Fun and Fancy Free. Which was, it was the short of was it Pongo the Bear?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, poor Bongo on repeat, and, James and the Giant Peach, but with...
I thought it was Jack and the Beanstalk.
Jack and the Beanstalk, not James and the Giant Peach, what am I thinking about? Sorry, I was reading Rodal to my sister today, that's why. Right. But, yeah, and it had that weird, creepy live-action scene with it, with the puppet and the girl.
Yeah.
What was that about? Did you have a favourite from this era?
It was probably Itchbod and Mr. Toad ones.
Them two. So, yeah, they're pretty solid. But I think Mr. Toad, like himself, is more remembered for his theme park appearances and his little references in Disney World.
Yeah.
Because what was it? The Winnie the Pooh ride they replaced it with.
Yeah, because there's a little
reference to him. Yeah.
There's a picture of him either at the end or the beginning.
Yeah.
Which one?
One of them, yeah. And Itchybod really hasn't been referenced other than the Headless Horseman, which is mainly because everyone remembers that from that film. I thought it was an alright show.
Yeah.
My favourite, I remember being Make My Music, just because I remember it all being pretty solid. But I think if I had to rank what still stuck with people the most, it would be the Three Caballeros.
Yeah.
Which,
that was a close second.
Yeah. I would say this is, however, like probably the worst or the second worst rated Disney era.
Yeah.
Mainly because it's not bad, but there's not a lot that's memorable about it.
I agree.
Because even when something's bad, you can remember it, or have a so bad it's good, like, motto to it, which, I think is the case with some of the later films, but we'll get to that when we get to that. But yeah, where would you rank it?
I agree with you.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But yeah, I think that's it for this segment, to be fair.
Yeah. So
that was the Golden Age and the Wartime era. So, any final comments to them? Any you'd highly recommend out of all of them?
No. I recommend a lot of them, but...
Do you?
Well, a few of them from the...
By that, do you mean all the Golden Age ones?
Yeah, practically.
Would you, right, even though it was your least favourite from the Golden Age, would you still recommend people watch Fantasia?
Yeah.
Yep.
I think it's one that you need to see at least once.
Yeah. Fantasia's a film I think it gets better as you rewatch it, but that's a personal preference. But I would say the only one out of these two eras we've talked about, I'd say the only few that aren't really great for checking out is Melody Time and Fun and Fancy Free. I honestly think you could do with skipping them. Yeah. And if you want like Mickey Mouse like adapted into something else, then just watch, I don't know, the Three Musketeers or the Christmas Carol. You know, there are so many other options there. Or the new Mickey Mouse shorts, which are just the best. Yep.
Apparently a lot of people don't like them.
Why? They're great. They're fantastic. Right, that'll be it for this era then. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, or whatever. I don't know, eat a sandwich. I'm not bothered what you do with your life. And have a nice day. Thank you.